It's the middle of January, which means many of us are pretty close to broke. The annual struggle of trying to make your December salary last until the end of this month is currently underway. But while your cash may be low, finding quick and easy ways to save up and invest could solve all your January problems in time for next year. Investing and saving is now easier than ever thanks to a wide range of apps. But what should you be looking for, and what is the best way to get going? To take us through the options and give us some tips, let's chat to Nicolette Mashile, the founder of Financial Bunny. Nicolette, thank you so much for your time. First off, many of us would have committed to saving at the beginning of the year and saving for big ticket items maybe later on in the year. Why do we struggle so much with saving?
Look, I think a lot of us struggle with saving because the idea of saving is quite a noble one, right? But nobody ever reminds you that there needs to be some sort of goal that you are trying to achieve when you are saving. So if you are saving just for the sake of saving, you may find yourself struggling to really reach the goal that you are looking to reach. And I think, let's be fair also, it's been a couple of tough years for the last 2 years, and many South Africans are cash strapped. So we're kind of dealing with that. On one hand, saving is a culture that is new to us and we are almost learning to navigate it. But on the other hand, many South Africans are cash strapped.
So what are some of the tools that we could use to assist with the chore of saving?
Look, I think the first one is really understanding your financial status and understanding what it is that you are trying to achieve. I always use an example of a company or an organization wanting to improve their productivity, for instance, and looking to hire a candidate. And the two candidates they're looking at is somebody that maybe perhaps has a psychology master's and somebody that's got an industrial psychology master's. Of course, you've got to now ask yourself, what is it that we're trying to achieve? We want to look at human capital, human behavior, and all of that. But at an organizational level, we're trying to improve productivity. So the industrial psychologist would be the better person for you to be using. So I think, and I always say, give your money KPIs. So know exactly what you want your money to do. And once you've got a clear idea of what you want your savings to do, and very important to be able to differentiate between your different types of savings. And also, South Africans love using the word saving and investing interchangeably, which are two different concepts altogether. So on the one hand, understand what it is that you are saving for in a short term, long term, mid-term. Then understand that you also need to have those emergency savings. I call them your Olivia Pope. You're not going to just call Olivia Pope out of the blue when you've got a tire burst, for instance, because naturally you would have insurance for such things, or you would have a bit of time to be able to make that decision. But when an emergency hits, you need to be able to have those types of emergency savings. So having a clear set goal in terms of what am I saving for? What do I want this money to do? That starts to narrow down where you should be saving, what tools you should be looking at. And I think it goes like this. That is essentially step number one.
Yeah. So, in this day and age, technology can help us with achieving our goals. So what kind of apps are out there that can help us achieve those savings goals?
Sure, I think every single financial institution is trying to come, up with something that is more simplistic for people to be able to access savings types of tools. So you've got Stash from Liberty, for instance, and with the Stash app, what you essentially do is you download the app, you link your bank account, and as you are going about your everyday, it will save some of your money. So it's literally the process of stashing your money, right? FNB has got an account there that is called, I think it's also called it rounds off, it's a small change account. So it essentially rounds off your cents when you are spending. There is an app called Frank, which I absolutely love, because what the Frank app does is that, yes, you've got to download it, you've got to set up your profile, and before you actually set up your profile, it takes you through this risk questionnaire where it determines what your risk appetite is, and then when you put money onto that app, it will split your money into an equity, a fund, or into a cash fund. Their equity fund is a Satrix Top 40, and their cash fund is the Alan Gray money market. So, I mean, there's various places where you can find these apps. Fintech companies are also doing really well.
Yeah.
You know, there's the likes of Fed Group. There's quite a variety. Again, when it comes down to what do you want your money to do so that you can find the most suitable and appropriate financial tool to assist you. Oh, your home loan is another place.
Yeah.
Sorry, your home loan. You have an Access bond account, you know, and you've got some money that you can stash where you can stash it there. It helps with
Nicolette,
the interest that you pay there.
Nicolette, unfortunately, I have to cut our time short. I apologize. But thank you so much for all the tips. We appreciate it. Nicolette Mashile, a financial blogger.